Then I surprise you. We are IO-Link and we are very flexible in any way. And I have a special guest here, is Markus Rentschler. And he would like to inform you a little bit about OPC UA. And that is really the last presentation today. And I wish you a little fun with his presentation. I hope you find it. Yes,
yeah,
he found it. And then I hand over to you, Markus.
Yeah, I have to start it.
Yeah, you're on the right way.
Seems to work okay. Okay, thank you, Joachim. Yes, it's indeed. I've been asked very short notice just before lunch to give you an update on what's going on in the OPC UA working group. I was heading this group for the last 3 years, roughly. And here in our notation, it's called C4PG51, OPC UA integration. I will give a little introduction on the motivation behind it, and then what was the history roughly, and what is the current state of work. For Industry 4.0 applications, it was deemed necessary to map the IO-Link structures also to the established transport protocols that are used on the IT level. And there are currently 2 conceptually similar activities going on within the IO-Link community. It's the first one is the JSON for IO-Link working group, where the transport protocols REST and MQTT are targeted. And the other activity is the OPC UA for IO-Link working group, where of course OPC UA is the transport protocol. There's the specialty with the OPC UA for IO-Link activity. It's a joint enterprise between the IO-Link community and the OPC Foundation. So 2 separate organizations, both have their own processes, their own toolings. So this is, as we all know, the project management tool that we use in the IO-Link world. In the OPC world, they use SharePoint and also Mantis bug tracking for issues. So this is just to give you an insight on that. And we have mainly shifted our activities regarding project management toolings in the last 2 years to the OPC tools. The group participation in the beginning, it was the first head of the group was Michael Tiegelkamp, who also initiated the activity. He was handing it over then to me in beginning in 2018, beginning 2019, and this was the initial setup of the really active participants. Currently, this has shrinked a little bit, but some names have been kept constant, especially Martin Lang from Hilscher. Joachim Uffelmann is also regularly there. And also the Balluff people are regularly there. And I was Balluff until end last year. I have switched to more electronics since January. And also an important figure is Alexander Almendinger. He's within the OPC Foundation, heading the worldwide test lab of the OPC Foundation, and is also running its own enterprises that delivers the tools for the OPC UA certification testing. And in the last half year, we have a regular attendance of Schneider Electric people in quite a large number, always 2 to 4 participants, and they are pushing the IO-Link wireless extensions into the OPC UA standardization. So they're really busy in doing that, and are almost done with it so far. Yeah, this is the participants list from the last meeting this Monday, with many names from Schneider Electric participants. And also some news on it. I have transferred leadership of this working group to Martin Lang from Hilscher, because I have to, for personal reason, to reduce some of my efforts that I'm able to cope with. So Martin Lang will be from now on the head of the working group, or the lead of the working group. So we had this Monday, we had the 31st workgroup meeting since the beginning of the technical specification work in 2017. The first release of the companion specification was in December 2018. That means we had roughly 2 years for release 1.0 to complete. And since then, since this release, we have mainly concentrated on developing the test specification and all the test cases needed to test this OPC UA for IO-Link integration. Since 2019, which was in the lockdown situation, we had never had a personal meeting in that period. We were able to create 170 test cases roughly. They are all described according to a certain scheme within the OPC Foundation regulations in a large Excel sheet, as you can see it here. And these test cases are since beginning of this year scripted by the already mentioned company of Mr. Almendinger for the official OPC UA conformance test tool, which is a test sequence tool that is supplied by the OPC Foundation and is now being extended with test scripts for this OPC UA for IO-Link integration. And they are testing it against the existing reference implementations that are aware of, and these are basically Hilscher, More Electronic, and EFM. The upcoming companion spec release 1.1, which we plan to go into the review phase by end of this year, within our meeting cadence that we have on average every 6 weeks, we have a 2 hours meeting. And as already mentioned, only web meetings since lockdown, since 2020. And we plan the first face-to-face towards the end of the year to finalize the next companion spec release. And the most important difference of this new release will be it will update to the IO-Link specification 1.13, all the implications that come with the SMI architecture, and especially, and this is the most important part, with the wireless extensions, where the Schneider Electric people have extended the data model of the node set files of the companion spec, so that also then IO-Link wireless devices will be made visible via OPC UA. And that was it already, quite quickly. Thank you. Do you have any question?
Are there any questions? No? Thank you, Markus, for the short overview of your group. And that was the last presentation for today. We are at the end. I hope you get some good informations what we do. Please does not hesitate to come to working groups. we need people who work. Wolfgang said it very clearly. Really work.
Okay, I disappear.
Okay, Raphael says he would like to look for new participants here in the meeting. Ah, you have it. Yeah, it's nice. That's good. And yeah, then we are on the end. Any questions or some feedback for today? If not, yeah, then keep safe or go in a very good way at home, and we will see next year in the same members meeting again. Thank you for participating here today.